Loans were meant to deceive the public and the Congress, or at least it gave the Congress plausible deniability that they knew what was going on. The $7.7 trillion allowed the banks to transfer all their bad debts that would have indicated that they were insolvent to the Fed. And with that, Hank Paulson was able to go hold up the Congress. It was a big show for the population, however, because remember, at first Congress rejected it because of all their taxpayers calling them. And then the second time, the markets crashed and the taxpayer was the one saying, Congress, you better vote for this TARP. But in fact, the TARP never would have happened had they known that the banks were actually completely insolvent.
Yeah, and the key word there is insolvency versus illiquidity. Because during the time, remember, it was positioned as it's a liquidity crisis, it's not an insolvency crisis. Well, the reason it's not an insolvency crisis is because we're going to illegally park $7 trillion from one off-balance sheet item like a la Enron to some other off-balance sheet item. And we're going to point to that and say, you see, there's plenty of capital. We just need a little short term to get us over. Oh, by the way, when it's finished, we got to move it back over to some other place that we didn't tell you about before, and it's completely illegal. So it is insolvency. And that's the root of this global crisis, is that these banks, BNP, Societe Generale, HSBC, Barclays, Citigroup, Bank of America, they are insolvent, okay? So you can write to me and you can come on my show and you can demonstrate why you're not insolvent, but you won't, because you know I'm accurately telling the truth here. You are freaking insolvent, and you need to go the way of all dust, ashes, and dirt, and everything that dies and ends up in the ground dead because you've got nothing on your balance sheet but lies.